Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna keep this. This is where you get like turn 1 oofed, turn 1 chaliced, turn 1 Laviniad. How does this happen? How does everyone always have Sapphire? Just unreal. Holy shit. Oh boy. It's just my life, man. I just can't seem to. I just don't know. Turn 1 on the play has a Sapphire. Like, this card is so hard to cast on turn 1. It's just incredibly difficult to cast on turn 1. I mean, you can do that. Of course. This card's insane when you do. It's just like Chalice, except it's also a beater and also turns off Force of Will. The card's completely nuts when you cast it on turn 1, but like, realistically speaking, you're not casting it on turn 1 in like any large percentage of games. Obviously, the Mox Opal deck has the best chance. Just turn 1 dig through time as well. Okay. Also, yeah, also not symmetrical. Like, I'm dead. Like, I'm probably can't play this game. So it's unlikely I'll ever draw enough lands to like get out of this. And I don't have a bounce effect in the main deck. I decided that it wasn't worth it. But if I had a Pyrite Spellbomb, we could Pyrite Spellbomb that. I just don't know how we're gonna fit up Spellbomb. My biggest problem with Pyrite Spellbomb is it doesn't kill Oof, which is just like the biggest biggest sadness. I don't know why I'm still playing this game. I should just concede. I don't want to play anymore. So like, we lost the die roll, unfortunately for us. Alright, I'm gonna bring in Pyroblast. And I guess Lightning Bolt. I'm gonna board out the planes. I'm going to board out. I like the E. Because I board out a Bobble. And I guess you don't really need an Urza in the PO matchup. I guess you don't really need a Saheeli in the PO matchup. You don't really need these like token makers, I would assume. But I don't really know for sure. Let's try something like that. I definitely need to figure out how I want to sideboard cards in every matchup. I don't have a good grasp of that one yet. Oh, I took out the Mind Break Trap, huh? So we just have Pyroblasts. It's probably fine. I mean, this deck could definitely just cut PO and be much stronger against Narset. We could definitely do that. There's a lot of cards we want to try, right? We could definitely just cut PO and like get a Teferi in the main. Maybe that's like where you actually want to be. I think PO is just... I just don't think you need Fate Stitchers, but... I guess at that point... Maybe. I think PO has just seen its time in the Sun and Vintage and probably shouldn't be played ever again. I just don't see a reason to play the card. It's just a complete liability in both deck building and in your hand at all times. Pretty much every deck has an incredible answer for PO. It's a pretty strong draw. Is there any plus to playing any of these right now? We can definitely resolve Ascendancy right. No, we can't. We're 1 mana short. No, we could resolve Ascendancy if we want to. I guess we should. Obviously, we have no counter magic of any kind, so if our opponent has a nuts PO draw, we just die. But I don't know. Can't just always have counter magic up first PO. Oh, Lotus. So 1 restricted, 2 restricted. We got an Ancestral? Tinker? I'm ready. Show me Tinker. Tinker, Bola Citadel, game. Yeah, I think we probably don't want any of the token makers in this matchup. I guess we would just, like, actually want to keep our POs and just hope opponent doesn't have counter magic. Yeah, I think that's like a misboard. I actually like think you only want the token makers in the grindy matchups, so we probably can just like board into Fairy, keep in PO. Well, obviously if we cut PO from our deck, then obviously that's a change, but the 15th card. We definitely misboarded, so if we get another game, we should try a different board configuration. I think taking out PO is a mistake. Oh, I didn't take out PO. What did I take out? I just trimmed. Oh, I trimmed 1 Saheeli. I should trim harder on the token makers and like get the Teferis into play. So I didn't misboard. I just didn't board the strategy I wanted to hard enough. All right. So what do we got? Sapphire? Sure. Cast Sapphire. Oh, I guess I can cast Saheeli first to make a token. That's a little bit of a mistake too. Yeah, definitely wish I had done that in a different order, but so be it. Wonder if this is gonna get pyroblasted. Could just get pyro. I mean, they would have pyroblasted Ascendancy, right? They just have a force of will for it. Sure. We still get to loot, which is great. Hopefully, we'll hit Ancestral. EE, huh? It's not going to be the strongest card here, but it is a spell. So I guess we'll keep it. Yeah, EE can definitely just like surprisingly blow up opponent's Moxen, but in this situation, not the greatest. I don't even know what opponent could play that we would want an EE. I guess like... So opponent played like Tundra and now they have double Volcanic? I don't understand. Yeah, you got it. Sure. Defense grid is not what you want to board in the combo mirror, guys. Especially when you're the Force of Will deck. It's not what you want. I'm going to just cast this on 0. I don't care about a defense. Well, I have Pyroblast in my deck, so maybe I do. It's weird opponent would be boarding it, having a bunch of Volcanics if they're also a defense grid deck. Just play this on 0. Okay. There's actually not a plus side to looting. There's more. You could put more stuff in your yard for Emry, but at this point, we're gonna win with an Emry if it ever resolved and stayed in play. So I would like to, I guess, see what opponent draws. Oh, I guess I should do it on my turn and keep. Well, no, because I'm never gonna be able to cast a spell because of defense grid, anyways. So opponent's drawing Brainstorm. It's probably bad for us. Yo, reader, thanks for the follow. The opponent doesn't have a very good PO setup, but they obviously have Tinker, Bola, Citadel, so we could have died at any point to just Tinker. Hopefully, of the 2 cards that we draw next turn, one of them is like a PO or something good. Well, now they have a PO draw. Alright. What do we got? Another Bobble and a Volcanic. At least we get to keep looting these lands away. Alright, there's an Emry. So if opponent can't kill us next turn, they die. Which is fun. Of course, they can just have Lightning Bolt or Pyroblast and just kill it. Oop, they have Lightning Bolt or Pyroblast. So they'll pay their extra 3 for their defense grid. Must be Lightning Bolt, right? Or they would just kill the Ascendancy. No, they have a red Elemental Blast. So they decided the Jeskai Ascendancy was not a problem with us looting every turn. Interesting. There's still no spell we'd be able to cast, so maybe they'll die to Mana Crypt. Alright, Island. So probably they're going to spin on upkeep. They didn't spin on upkeep, so they just drew Island. Okay. It's fine with me. Didn't spin during their turn? I don't understand what's happening. Alright, well. We've drawn like 2 cards every turn, and we've still hit a land almost. Oh my god, stop! No! How? Alright. Unfortunate. We've looted a land like every single turn. We're a PO deck. We could draw PO. Man. I don't know. I mean, we're playing very low amount of lands. Alright, so does opponent draw Tinker or PO before we do? Next question. Oh, Tinker! Is it Tinker time? Oh, it looks like it's PO time. Oh, it's Saheeli. Opponent is also on Saheeli. They must be Vault Keying. Interesting. Opponent has a very interesting deck. Alright. Draw. Urza. Woo! That's a spell that matters. It's kind of a slow spell at this point in the game, but at least we get a big dude. That's also really good with our Ascendancy. So we currently only have 4 mana, which is sad. I'd like to have more than 4 mana right now. But I'm going to hold this as a thing we can loot away. See if opponent spins into some action. Obviously them spinning into Time Vault right here is pretty bad for us. I almost wish we hadn't played this EE, but we wouldn't have even gotten this far. Because we could do like an EE on 2 to protect us from Time Vault. We had a choice to play this EE on 2. I just didn't expect opponent to have any 2-drops. And then they played a defense grid and a Saheeli, so I'm the one who looks silly, I guess. But next turn we should have... hopefully we'll have the ability to make a lethal attack. I would be pretty surprised if we were not able to create a lethal attack, but I guess if opponent has any spell, they get a blocker, which makes it harder for us to have a lethal attack, too, so... Uh-oh, looks like Tinker. Tinker? Ah, Harkle's Recall targeting me? Targeting me? Targeting me. Alright, well, I'm gonna float a bunch of blue mana and act like I got something. I don't really know what this accomplishes, but I guess it kills my construct. But it gives me like a million Ascendancy triggers. I don't really know. I'm a little confused. It's going to be hard for them to die this turn, though, because they do have a servo blocker. Opponent is playing a very odd game, and I don't really understand. Why are they... No, stop! Opponent, just, like, make your servo into a top, draw with top, like, look at the top 3 cards. Why are we conceding? I don't understand. Alright, well, we have to play more Magic. I don't know what just happened, but we're going to board in those Teferis. And I'm going to board out, like, the token makers. And... yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. But I'm pretty sure opponent's supposed to win that game, so... So, it's possible we just cut PO. Maybe at that point we do want to actually just play like the 4 Ascendancy though, and make that our primary game plan. Like, Ascendancy can win through a Narset, whereas PO can't win through a Narset. It's a human. It's a merfolk. It's a wizard. Those are human artificers. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Alright. We get to play game 3. We've got... Magic the Gathering cards. Can't imagine this is a keep, but we do have a Force of Will and a Pyroblast versus PO. Get 2 rebuys on our baubles plus a draw for turn. I'm gonna keep it. I mean, this could backfire, I guess, but sure. What do we get? Ooh, about the whole backfiring thing. Yes, of course. Of course. Justin. Mox Emerald. I want to draw another card. Yeah, with all this mana, I do want to have more cards in hand. What are we drawing? An Emry? Alright, that's what I like to see. I wish I could draw that right now. Alright, so we're just missing some colors of mana, and they're actually in really good shape. Possible we didn't want to use both our baubles to keep more Tolarian mana, but I don't think that's true. Any Moxen is going to provide us with crazy manas. We really like seeing an Opal. More blue cards will be good to keep on our Force of Will. We're going to try to play an Emry next turn and an Ascendancy the turn after that, and hopefully that will just be lethal. Oh, that's a good draw too. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Oh, opponent has a Lotus. Don't think I'm supposed to force it though. Narset. kind of just want to Pyroblast this. I could crack Ancestral Recall. I could just crack and force an Ancestral. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Let's just do that. Ancestral, target myself. Does that resolve? They have a force for that. So if I force their force, then they have an Narset, but that's not that big a deal. I'd rather have 3 cards. Sure. What the heck is this? You're just drawing another Force of Will? No, okay. Okay, sure. I guess we currently don't have a red source, which is a little awkward. But if the Emry resolves, we have a Black Lotus in our yard. And we hit our white source. So I guess if the Emry sticks around a turn, we win. So that's always good. This Pio is dead again, though, because of the Narset. But I don't think I wanted to counter the Narset with a Pyroblast in hand. Time Twister. Jeez. Jeez, not like this. Not like this. Now I need a. Now I really do need a red source. Aha, red source. Got there. Should I play around trap? Too late. I guess we can just PO and win now instead, though. I do want to just play this Emry first. See if this gets a Force of Will. Whoa, that bug is huge. All right, that resolved. Okay. Please resolve. Please resolve. Please resolve. No, they have another force. Oh, at least they got rid of the Time Twister. Alright. So, unfortunately, our PO doesn't do anything. I don't know. PO just seems like the biggest liability of all time. I've played some vintage Jeskai Ascendancy previously. It's pretty strong. The problem is it's blue. All my cards are blue. So we actually have a lethal Emry next turn. Oh, if opponent didn't tinker us to death. This game is so awful. Oh my lord. Just fine tinker. This sucks. Hopefully they hit lands off this Bola Citadel and we can kill them. Please hit lands. Please hit your second land. Please. 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 PO. Okay. Lands? Lands? No, stop. Why can't opponent just brick one time? Whenever I put a Bola Citadel in play, it's always lands on top. People have seen the stream. Man, this PO is so garbage. Ugh. I could have played this game a lot differently, but it was going to be pretty hard to beat Double Force. They just tutor for top here, and I assume we can't win. You know they top decked either the land or the Tinker too. I mean they top decked one of, well, they Narsetted the Tinker, obviously. We saw that. How does Emry win next turn? You just get back a Black Lotus and just keep casting Black Lotus over and over again and attack them for infinite +1 actually. Or a Bauble. A Bauble or a Lotus is a infinite power Emry. What is happening? What is happening? Opponent just demonic tutor for a force of will. Yo, I bet they demonic tutored for a force of will. Please let me punish them. Alright, let me PO first. Let's PO first. What could they have demonic tutored for? They had to have demonic tutored for top. I don't understand what's happening. I can't actually PO first here, can I? I guess I can. Do this. And then save the blue. Alright, so I'm not going to pick up the Emry because I don't want to lose its haste. That just resolved? I don't understand. Alright, well, we'll kill our opponent then. Alright, so now this just replays a Black Lotus every time and gets infinitely large, and we draw our whole deck and make infinite mana. Because why not? Yeah. I don't know what just happened. There's absolutely no way we're supposed to win that game, but I guess I will take it. Okay, so what else did we learn? Did we learn anything? Alright, let's play